Hello, I wanted to respond to these accusations that are being made against me that I raped a bunch of women. And I just want to say I raped everybody. I mean, I didn't rape anybody. It's not true. It's none of it's true. What you have to understand when you're talking about the Harv is women like money, women like power, women like access. And the Harv's got all of these things. See, the Harv doesn't go to women. Women come to the Harv. You see what I mean? So, I didn't rape them. These women, they threw themselves at me. I would take them onto my couch and I'd say, "Miss, you're a very talented actress, but I need you to perform this special scene." And before I know it, my pants would be down and they'd be performing a special scene on the Harv. And what can I say? If you can act in porn, you can act in anything. That takes a special level of acting talent to show that you're having enjoyment while sucking my old cock. But all the same, I think the women were into it because they liked the Harv's wealth and the Harv's power. So, I didn't rape them. These women, they threw themselves at me. And I rewarded their talents. That's what America's all about. America's all about rewarding talent wherever we see it. And I like to see it as an underdog story. These women, they go under my dog, and I make them stars. What's more American than that? Giving them a reach out. So, no, this was entirely consensual. In fact, if anybody was raped here, it was me. Because they went under the Harv, and sometimes I had to have a couple women a day. I had to have multiple casting couches. And you know how tiring that gets? So the Harv got pretty worn out. It's hard to fulfill the dreams of so many young women. But I have to say that these accusations of rape, they're disturbing to me, and they're disturbing to my community. You see, there was a man from Austria, and he wrote in his book about how the Jews were the smut merchants, and the Jews were enslaving goy girls and Aryan girls into sexual slavery, and they were pimping them out. And that man's name was Adolf Hitler. And when I start to hear these accusations against me, I start to think about that time. I start to go, is this another Shoah? Are they coming for us? And I've heard all these scandals out of Hollywood lately, and I don't think they're true. I think that as a country, we were never able to break with our infatuation with Nazism. And that these sex allegations are just an extension of what Hitler wrote in Mein Kampf. On the subject of the Shoah, I just want to say, no one can accuse me of rape. No one understands how bad rape is more than myself. Nobody can understand how rape goes more than myself. You see, there was a version of what they said that I did to these girls. My mother, she was in Auschwitz. She was in a concentration camp. And the guards, they took her into a room and they said, "You got an audition, honey. If you perform well, we're going to give you some more food." She needed that food because she was starving. And that man, he made her do he made her act. He made her, he sat her on that casting couch and he made her do things. And she had to go down on his Harv dog. And she got bread, and that's how she survived. And to say that I would do that to a girl, that I would take an acting job and dangle it like that Auschwitz guard dangled that piece of bread, that my mother had to do things for, that is disgusting. That is to deny what my grandmother went through. And it hurts me. It hurts me to see people. I mean, this is 2017, and you still got people denying the Holocaust and denying the effect that it had on me personally. I'm a third-generation Holocaust survivor. You got to keep that in mind when we're talking about these things. The Holocaust directly affected me. I feel like I was there, and my children will feel like I'm there until the end of time. But I guess the criticism that makes sense is that this was not professional. And it wasn't professional, and I tried to tell the girls that. I'm like, I know you like the Harv, but if you can just wait after we're done signing the contract, you and I can go out for a few drinks, and we can come back to my hotel room, and I can show you the Harv dog. We're going to do a zoom-in shot on the Harv dog. But they wouldn't agree. And I have to say, I have a disease. And you see, it's whenever I see an attractive woman, I immediately get this feeling in my pants, and it starts to get all tight. My immediate thought is, how can I let this out? It feels like I have a cancer sore there that needs to be opened and drained. I have to let it out. And maybe sometimes when that happens, I black out. And the next thing I know, I got some young starlet doing services on the Harv dog. And I don't know, I didn't rate them. Maybe sometimes when I blacked out, because I felt something kind of nice in my pants. And then I just couldn't remember. And then later on, they said that I manipulated them or something. So maybe something happened, but it wasn't rape, because I wasn't in a position to rape anybody. So I want to know why I did these things, because I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me, why I have this problem where I get aroused when I look at these attractive starlets, and why I do these things when I black out, and my immediate response that they say is to manipulate them into having sex with me. I want to know the reason for that. It's something that I want to discover, because I don't know what motivates me to do that. I think it could be lust, but I don't know. It's a disease. It's something I'm suffering from. I need to get treated, so I just don't do it anymore. So I behave professionally at all times. And I learn to resist these girls when they throw themselves at me, because they can't handle the man machine that is the Harv. They just can't. They see me, the big successful Hollywood producer, and they latch on to it. But they're these people who can't see a Jew get ahead. And these people who can't see this, they're trying to keep me down. And, you know, the other time that they tried to keep a Jew down who was having success, Crystal knocked. And that's what this is. That's what these sex allegations are. It's each one is a Nazi throwing a brick through a window. It's got the one allegation, it's like a brick through one window of a store, another brick in the store, and the newspapers are running it like printing presses ran pages of Mein Kampf. So, I didn't rape the women. If I did coerce them into sex, it happened. I blacked out, because I got this tight feeling in my pants when I looked at those very attractive women. But I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. But if it did, then I'm not a monster. I think anybody would react the way I did in my situation. There's only so much a man can take before he needs to get it all out. So that's kind of how I feel about the whole thing. And I can't take the way people are portraying this, and they're going on a witch hunt against my people. And it's like another show. What else can you say? But they're always going to be out there. And I think my career shows, and that my actions show, that I'm one of the chosen. And we're chosen to bring light into the world. And I bring light into the world with my movies, and I brought light to each of these girls. So, the Harv denies this. The Harv's going to try to be more professional. I'm going to check myself into rehab, and they're going to show me a picture of like a hot starlet, and then they're going to show me a picture of some dude with a big package. And once I learn to associate those two, I won't get horny when I look at the hot women anymore. I won't black out and manipulate them. So I'm going into treatment. I'm a sick man. I have a disease. But even if I do not rape any of those women. This is Harvey Weinstein, and I'll talk to you guys later.